Okay, we're back. Let's see if we lost any significant amount of progress by having to restart the game. I feel like that was probably right at a checkpoint. And hopefully it doesn't crash there again. For those of you that are watching live, the reason that took so long is because it actually like locked the computer. I had to completely restart the computer. I couldn't even get to Task Manager. It would Control-Alt-Delete to like the screen where you can select Task Manager. Clicking on Task Manager just went to a black screen. So that was a no-go. Okay, continue. Cross your fingers, dear denizens, that we won't get a crash again. Now, it seemed like the crash occurred during, like, my death animation. So, you know, maybe if we just don't die, we'll be in good shape. That's it, just don't die. I guess we're gonna have to deal with these guys. I just don't know where I'm supposed to go once I'm in there, because all those guys turn around. So maybe I need to, like, kill them? That way I can have, like, some peace. Maybe I'm trying to save my ammunition too much. Earlier, I saw like this black cloudy explosion down below me, and I wondered what it was. I guess it's the animation of the corpses like leaving the screen when there's too much going on. Or was it just a matter of straight jumping right there? So I guess I could have saved all that ammunition. I could have done the same thing I did before, where I went and like kicked off the wall and landed on the other side of them. But we've had so many resets in this playthrough. Like that. What is that weird hop over the wall glitch?
The safe point is no more than a trap used to hunt the survivors.
Guess I really gotta get a running start. Alright. Oh no. Deadlight, don't do this to me. Deadlight, don't do this to me. Okay, so we crash the game every time we die now, apparently. Hold tight.
Kawasaki ninjas rule like Kawasaki ninjas cool. Give 'em all a blast.
Had to restart the computer again. We will not let this beat us. If I have to restart the computer every time I die and edit tons of waiting and nonsense out before uploading to YouTube, so help me, I'll do it. Okay. I wonder if our save is bugged and maybe it would help to go like to select scene. Let me try that. So I seem to have lost all the ammo I had. That's unfortunate. Stamina before this door opens up. Okay. So it was just a tall jump up, right? Come on, stupid shadows. Ah, they're getting too spread out. Oh no! Ah, how aggravating. Straight jump up. Got him. Got him! Although part of me is curious. There, whatever that is, I wasn't touching the stick that whole time.
The safe point is no more than a trap used to hunt the survivors.
I don't see what killed me before. Do we just need to hurry the hell up? I guess so. Okay. Oh god. Maybe that was just it. We just had to like reload
the
the
point is no more than a trap used to hunt the survivors.
Okay, for some reason it didn't crash when we died that time, and the only thing we did different... Okay, that has to be executed flawlessly. The only thing that we've done differently is restart from the scene save rather than like the actual checkpoint from where we were. Oh god, don't do that weird bug now! Ah. Deadlight, you're quickly starting to aggravate me.
Is no more than a trap used to hunt the survivors.
Wall jump. Wall jump. Okay. What are we doing out here? Bullets, nice. Give me a second to switch to my stupid pistol. Reload. I like how we can take what we need from it, and it doesn't expand. Oh god. You know, like there were bullets left on the ground there. Reload. God, there's so many of them. I just want to kill all of them and explore in peace, but I get the feeling this is infinite. This is starting to feel like an infinite wave. Tactical reload. You know what? We need to restart this. That's an infinite number of zombies. There's no way that wasn't infinite. Yeah, see, that didn't crash again. Okay. So, go in. What the hell? So aggravating. Why did I connect with him? So where am I going? Where am I going? I'm not seeing where I need to be going here. Is it really just a stupid ladder right here? Well, we wasted all of our shotgun ammo for that. By we, I mean me. I take full responsibility. That just jumps there. Where am I going? Can I break that? That's glowing over there. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm not... I wonder if it's literally just like leaping into the... Oh. Stupid shadows! Somehow the game's RNG let me get to it. Okay, I need to do... Okay. I don't like the trial and error, like... You gotta die several times, trying not to die, until you figure out what you need to do. And then it's a matter of trying to do it without dying. Don't crash. That looks like a crash. Nope. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, there's something with that door up there. I just don't know what we need to do with it. I I wonder if I just need to shoot it or something to make it fall. Do I need to shoot it from outside? Oh god. Get away! I'm panicking. I don't want to panic. I don't want to die. I don't want the game to crash. I don't have to restart the game. Oh god. Something is bugged out with this game. I don't know what it is. Okay. Switch to the pistol. Shoot this guy so he's not in our way. Break through the wall. Pick up the bullets while there's no zombies. Shoot this thing while there's no zombies. Jump over this zombie. Jump through. No! I don't know why I can run through or past some of them, but not others. See, they're just like a wall. I just... Get on the ladder, get on the ladder, get on the ladder. No! 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 How did they pull me down? Stupid shadows, leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess it's to continue to put a finer and finer point on the plan. It seems to be that the way to do it is kill the one zombie. Break this thing. Pick up the bullets. And then I guess I need to fight my way back and not get... And then get up before they can grab me. Now, I guess I'm gonna be grabbing... Yeah. See? Didn't do that. I let go of the stick as I was midair. Because that's another thing. I'm constantly careful that I'm not doing something to cause that. So when I like there, as I was flying through the air, I knew I was going to grab that like window sill. And then, presumably, you just stop on it and then press right to go up and over it and then let go. And then hold right and jump to jump. But what actually happened is because it's so like freaky and weird when you grab ledges, I let go of the thumbstick after vaulting. And my trajectory carried me all the way there. So then when I got there, he does like this weird like over back thing, and I'm not even touching the stick. I'm not doing that. So that's aggravating. I'm constantly worried about that every time I grab on something.
It's the trap the new law created, pulling in survivors from all over the city. They take people, use them. They're more dangerous.
I believe in us. I believe we can beat this game.
The radio broadcast. It's the trap the new law created.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
The city. They take people, use them.
I don't remember having any of this trouble on the Xbox Live Arcade version. I'm wondering if this is just like a PC port issue.
The radio broadcast. It's the trap the new law created. Pulling in survivors from all over the city. They take people, use them.
Should I be jumping straight up to that bar? I think that's what I should be doing. I don't believe you can actually make a jump that long.
The radio broadcast. It's the trap the new law created. Pulling in survivors from all over the city. They
Didn't do that.
People, use them. They're more dangerous than the dead.
I didn't do that. So I don't appear to be able to get up that way. Probably don't want to drop down in that, like, canal. But, wait. does appear we can do this and go back that way. Let's hope our stamina holds out till we get there. Can I shoot while hanging on this? No. Come out here. Baited. Stupid shadow. A photo of a military base safety point as it was in 1962. During the Cold War, all those missiles, which are not used anymore, had clear destinations. So is that just like for that piece of lore? I guess so. Okay, well if we jump on the ladder to the watchtower and then go left, what actually gets us? I guess we just vault over that fence? YOLO swag. Of course. Of course. Alright, I guess we just don't stop running. Don't fall on my noggin. Why wouldn't the building just collapse the moment we went in? On air. It was all a lie. All of it. There is no safe point. Just a net waiting to catch the desperate and innocent and feed them to vipers. Anxious murderers hell-bent on flexing their muscle over the weak and vulnerable. Where are my girls? Have these men taken them? I swear it. I'll find them no matter who I have to... So... I vote that we read a little bit more diary. Now, we were stopping at the Fox, if I recall correctly. I don't know, I've had a lot of resets between then and now. The wave of violence has spread beyond Europe. They say that the hospitals weren't ready for something like this. But what does something like this mean? What are they talking about? About an innocent rabies epidemic? No, I don't believe them. But the lies go further. People on this side of the ocean say that everything is under control. They're talking about more than 300 people being affected. But I don't really know if that word means the dead or the infected. Those bastard politicians, they keep lying. Today, a plane crashed in the Gulf of Mexico. Nearly 150 people are missing. And is God considering doing anything? I am not a religious person, but I know that any wild fox that I protect out there is stronger and fairer than the God that they pray to. I need to go back to the forest, go back to the place where I am, who I am, and where nothing worries me. So the predominant prevailing thing that we've gleaned from reading the journal entries that we have is sort of emotional connections between him and Ben, between him and his wife and daughter, but that he really is all about that forest life, brah. Nobody walks the streets alone. Everyone goes with somebody else. We can chew the fear like wasted chewing gum that lasts forever. They broadcasted some images on TV. A man entered a bank without saying anything, attacked the workers and customers. He didn't take a single cent. When he went out, the police shot him, but he kept walking towards them without fear. Too much blood on TV these days. Shannon, my wife, is very nervous, but she doesn't want Lydia to know it. We keep her out of it. We've lost communication with the outside world. Yesterday, I switched on the TV, and they were broadcasting an emergency signal together with an irritating buzz. Also, those cowards in Ottawa are hiding. The radio isn't working either. We can't hear anything. Well, I lied. The local station is working, but they keep putting music on all day long. Nobody speaks. Nobody tells us anything. There is a heavy silence. What is this abstract, like, doodle that's like a woman looking upward with her hair draped down and then like a ghost being cradled in a hand? A dance of helicopters all morning. Shit, it's there again. It's the same one that has spent all night flying through the valley. It looks like the military is finally getting involved in the problem. They are emitting a message. The local population has to go to the aerodrome. In the afternoon, there is no time, they say. It seems that the army will take us to a secure area. So the city is no longer secure? A tiny town, isolated from everything and surrounded by a deep forest protected by mountains, is no longer secure? What the hell are these men talking about? I don't understand anything. Hope. How ironic. The city has become a place without hope. I must do something. My family is in danger. Whatever it is, it has arrived in Canada. Have we read this? No. Of course not. Alright, well, we'll read it later. So we're going back into nightmare mode. Where did you go? A fragment of the medical report about the disease that the scientists of the Safe Point were investigating. All their attempts to search for a cure have proven to be a failure. Okay, so let's hop this canal. Hop the truck. Okay, I'm just gonna hop over the zombie right here because I have full health. See if we can't get out of its reach real quick. Didn't do that. Oh. Bullets? A lost page of my diary. The break after the work, the rain after the fire, the rest after the war, the death after life. Sometimes I feel as if I were sitting at the edge of a volcano about to erupt. My nerves, the trembles in my handwriting when I write. Everything is inside me as it has always been. Everything is inside me, but there are times that it decides to show up. My feet hang over a void of sulfur and ashes, and the heat of the melting stone starts to traverse my spine. It is then that I know that I must go back home with my family. But if I don't do that, it will happen. It will happen whether you like it or not. Like the girls in the forest, it will happen whether you like it or not. It will happen. I don't know why on earth they returned to the mountains. They were warned. Last month I warned them. I told them not to come back. Hell is them, and they are the ones who go to the forest to look for trouble. I can't stop myself from defending it, my homeland. I'm an animal that defends its territory. I'm in charge, and the vermin finish the job. Okay, so that makes me want to read more of this journal, because did our homeboy, like, go ham on a bunch of people and just, like, murder them in the woods? Let's see. Yeah, because right after that page, there's like this weird like monster. May only be able to forget everything and be only aware of the good things inside of me. I think he's blocking out something horrible he did. We read that. We read that. We read that like that. Like, what is that weird, like, bags of blood, dead cats in my luggage? It's a strange feeling. And he's like all like tied to the forest. He's gonna like murder people on the forest's behalf. Come on, Randy. What are you doing? We read that. We read that. We read that. We read... I haven't written anything for quite some time. Our town was overrun. I fought with Ben and the other men. But our barricades were useless, and there was no stopping them. When I got back to the house, Shannon and Lydia had gone just like everyone else. Oh, wow, so he went back home, and have they been missing since then? There had been a mass exodus from the town of Hope. Parker and I followed, and since then we haven't separated even to answer the call of nature. We walked through the forest, fleeing the catastrophe, channeling our remorse until we reached Vancouver. We thought that in a big city, things would be better, that we'd find our people. How naive we were. Okay, think about that for a minute. From the point he was at, they basically just headed out in a direction to Vancouver. What if his family went the total opposite direction? Or, you know what I mean? Like, you can go anywhere. Vancouver is unrecognizable. There is no food, no fuel, no hope. We ran away, taking shelter like animals, barely sleeping. There are hundreds of those things everywhere. Shadows. That's what they've called them since it started. Shadows that live in the darkness, that once had human form, that once belonged to men. Shadows of a life that has ended. Their sinister wails torment us night after night. I think of Shannon and Lydia every second. They're out there somewhere, frightened and on the run. Talk about looking for a needle in a haystack. Wow. I miss them so much. Today, Parker and I discovered a group of survivors. They had been hiding since the city collapsed more than a month ago. Like in Hope, they no longer have water and food. They are scared. They drift around the city suburbs, and for the moment, they were about to kill Ben and me. The group is composed of 2 adult males and 2 women. They are armed. One of the men is a cop, but he is very old. The other seems like he's never shot a gun in his life. He looks like a university professor. Redhead, skinny, cannon fodder. The women are twins, young. They are a reflection of each other. It seems that they're not related to the men, but I don't know why the men have been protecting them for such a long time. The old man says that he heard a message on the radio from a crashed police car. The message talks about a city on the other side of the border. He wants us to go south. He already talks about us as if we were a group. We, he says. We must help each other, he says. Ben thinks that it's the best to all go together. A group, a herd. Tomorrow we'll head to Seattle. There's talk of a safe point, a migration. Shannon, Lydia, they're somewhere on that road. See, if I was actively searching for members of my family, I would constantly be concerned that I had chosen the wrong direction and that every mile I went, I was getting a mile further from them, not a mile closer. You know what I mean? How could you shake that nagging feeling of uncertainty? Ben and I made a strange discovery. What is this weird picture with like bombs dropping on like legless, limbless mannequin people? Anyway, tonight we hid in the basement of a clinic. We will be safe there, said Ben. We entered before the rest of the group, but it smelled... Oh, we read that, the insects on the floor. I found some press clippings in the house of an old woman who decided to take her own life. The woman craved a hobby at the height of the catastrophe. I think it occurred only recently because of the smell of the body. It appears that they declared a war all over the world, living humans against shadows of the dead. The government didn't skimp in order to fight against the disease. They urged armies, firearms, hundreds of doctors. Each person defended himself in their own way. At the end of April, a nuclear power station in the Soviet Union exploded. I think it was called Chernobyl. Oh, interesting that they worked that into this. It was abandoned to its fate. Atomic bombs were dropped in China, Korea, also in the southeast of the United States, it seems. For a few days, the world became a gigantic fireball. I don't know what we're going to find in Seattle. On the road, you meet all types, but we're all heading to the same place. Safe haven, safe point. It's on the radio, they say. Well, that's where we're heading. Surviving is not child's play, particularly when darkness falls. Nights repeat themselves, and our travels never begin. We travel slowly, stealing fuel from abandoned cars. Sometimes we come across the shadows. Other times we must confront them. You must shoot them in the head, that's all. This is the only advice that God gives us to survive his apocalypse of the dead, that wake up and walk. But if it's true that they are not alive, why do they need to feed on us? Now, the nightmare doesn't end at sunrise. When we woke up at dawn, in an abandoned barn next to the survivor group from Seattle, together with Ben, the twins were not sleeping this time. No, instead they were screaming. They were screaming outside. The university professor was outside for his watch. The university professor had been attacked while he was watching over us. A bite on his arm, he was bleeding. We had to clean up the area. Later, the redhead guy, the damn university professor, bled to death in front of us, and he stopped breathing. We all knew what was going to happen next. Every single one of us. I had to sacrifice him. I think I'm going crazy. I think I agree. 2 nights ago, when the group stopped to rest, and a dive that we had secured, I heard a noise in the back. Oh, that's where he heard the little girl, and it ended up being a different little girl. Lydia, Shannon, names that I can't forget. My head is divided into thousands of fragments, little pieces of smashed crystal. We read that. Oh, are we caught up? Did we do it? Got him. Journal. Get wrecked, journal. How do I get back? I hit B.
It's too quiet. Something's not right.
You're just used to me incessantly reading.
Have they found any survivors?
Looks like they found a young woman. A redhead, you know.
The registration for the plans the rebel soldiers had in order to control the city and the survivors that reached the city. If the plans had now been seen, the soldiers pretending to create a new world order of terror, it's the origin of the new law. Okay, so there's like people walking around in the background and lights moving around. Part of me really wants to like do the whistle and hear and see if they come running down here, but not doing it. I am curious though. If this was a save anywhere kind of game, I would totally do it.
It's the damn radio that broadcasts regularly the false message that attracts the survivors. It should end once and for all with a lie brought to this dead city.
A sheet with a list of names of the survivors who have reached the safe point. It looks like men have not been well received inside these walls. Stella's name is the last one on the list. So I guess that means most recent.
It's like the rat said. We all make choices. These men chose to lie and to kill. They chose the worst in themselves. But it ends now.
Shit's about to go crazy. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.